Well, HERS stands for Health, Education, and Resources. It's for ovarian cancer, women diagnosed with ovarian cancer, and also to help the families impacted by the diagnosis. I started HERS in 2017. I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer in November 2012. When I went for my first doctor's appointment at the cancer center, I noticed that there was no information in the waiting room area. There was nothing posted. There was nothing really available for to read about ovarian cancer. There was a lot of literature on other cancers, but there was nothing about ovarian cancer. So my goal and my commitment was to bring awareness and visibility around ovarian cancer. I'm a nurse and a social worker, and when I was first diagnosed, I did a lot of research, and that's when I found out about the symptoms and the fact that ovarian cancer is a silent killer, and that women of color have the highest mortality rate impacted by ovarian cancer. Caucasian women have the highest diagnostic rate, but they have the lowest mortality rate. And it's just the opposite for women of color. The gaps in access to health care is very real for women of color. And when you think about it, ovarian cancer is really not talked about. Ovarian cancer to me is like the baby stages where breast cancer was so many years ago. And I was very blessed to be diagnosed at stage 2, which is rare. You know, it's very rare to be diagnosed at stage 2. Usually women are diagnosed at stage 3 and 4. So I started writing, and it was emotional. I did a lot of crying, brought back a lot of feelings, a lot of moments that I went through, and I'm getting emotional a little bit now thinking about it, because it was a journey. And so I wanted to write my book in a way that it was factual as well as scientific. I wanted to tell my story, but it's the story really of so many different women. And I wanted it to be written in a format that they could relate to. Written in a format that a lady, a woman that's newly diagnosed can look at it and look at some of the words and say, you know, my doctor said something about that, but I don't really understand. So I have a glossary section in here. So this is my book. It's Window Revelations of Ovarian Cancer. And it's all about not only my journey, but journey of millions of women. And so this is, I wrote it, and I love it, and I'm proud of it. And like I said, it was an emotional writing journey. There's a part in there that talks about when I lost my hair and what I went through. You know, vain as it may sound, I used to have long, beautiful hair. And I know women can relate to that. It makes me feel like I'm doing the service that God put me on earth to do. That He spared me to do. Because I see so many women that have had 6 and 8 recurrences of ovarian cancer. And I'm an 8-year survivor, and I've never had a recurrence. And so I was put here to be an advocate, to uplift women diagnosed with ovarian cancer, to be their support person, to be their information source, and to help them through this journey. And I survived cancer because of that. And God has kept me strong. And He's kept me going so that I can complete my mission. And I'm so thankful for that. If someone wants to get in touch with me, like I said, they can go to my website. They can send me an email at Yvette Jives at hersnc.org, or they can call me. They can contact me and say, you know, we want to make a donation. We'd like to have you come and present to our group. Can you do it in person? Can you do a virtual presentation? Whatever fits their needs best, and I'm available.